This is Aleister Nacht. Death is always with us. Every day we see death and the remnants in its wake. We mourn those who we have known, and we even feel compassion for the families of those we did not. It is a fact of life which we will face alone sometime in the future. Our coven lost a member last week, a very close friend, brother, and Satanic Spirit. We will miss him tremendously as we of the 12 left behind grieve our loss. Turn the page and continue to write the script of our lives, -1, Brother Ron. End of story, right? As Ron would have said, bullshit. If you are of the Levian Satanism belief, or lack thereof, that is precisely the answer, the only answer there can be. After all, there is no Satan, demons, etc., so can there be an afterlife for the Levian? For atheists, belief in the afterlife is as believable as Santa Claus, or Satan for that matter. When death finally arrives, the atheist believes nothing. Flesh and bone will fall down and rot. The end. For the true Satanist and devil worshipper, nothing could be further from the truth. Energy is the force of all life. Creating energy, transferring energy, depleting energy, and replenishing energy are the cornerstones of magic, all magic. When the physical body ceases to be powered by the life force, it is vacated. The energy exits the body, but the energy does not cease to exist. As practitioners of magic dealing with energy on a daily basis, we know energy does not and cannot evaporate. Energy does not disappear. Energy finds a path, allowing it to travel from here to there, from past to future, from high to low, and from positive to negative. This simply means it is mobile and totally free to be influenced by like charges, different charges, and or the fluidity of electrical currents, resistance, and capacity. The overall amount of energy passing through the body begins to vacate during and after death. However, that energy does not vanish, just as the air remains electrically and magnetically charged after a lightning strike from a thunderstorm. So here's an idea. Let's run energy through some magnets and see what it does to the human body. If you have had an MRI, a magnetic resonance imaging, that is exactly what has happened to you. The interaction of the magnets and energy along with pulsing radio waves allows scanning and imaging of the body. Obviously, you cannot see this happening without the right equipment. The same is true for magic, and while some call magical manipulation archaic in operation, it is just as powerful as the MRI machine in reality. The application of the higher satanic processes is about honing and focusing the energy from magical operations while applying energy to the specific channel or pathway by the practitioner to facilitate the desired results or outcomes. As with most batteries, a drain of energy is needed to keep the capacity to hold a charge. In other words, leaving your iPhone, laptop, etc. plugged in and charging all the time will cause the battery to no longer hold a charge. This means that when you unplug the device, the battery will go dead within a few minutes, possibly quicker. Then it is time for a new battery. You could throw the device in the garbage, but why? It just needs a new, sustainable source of energy, right? When the physical body energy is depleted, the residual energy travels through the dimensional veil and occupies another form. We can't see this happening because we are limited in perception to 3 dimensions as humans. Magical practitioners may have experienced an interaction with an energy form you once called mother, father, friend, familiar, principal, etc. Who the energy once occupied in our spatial world is superfluous. One day I will cease to be Aleister Nacht as a person. However, I will always be the energy force of the past and the present. I will never see my satanic brother Ron again. However, his energy exists just beyond the barrier in the universe I have never, nor will I ever visit physically as a human being. I know the next time our coven calls upon those just beyond, we will all feel Ron, a very familiar source of satanic energy. This blog post is dedicated to Ron because he touched every one of my readers on this blog and in my books. The reason? Ron is the one who, many years ago, suggested I start this blog and write my first book, Magnum Opus, Secrets of the Inner Sanctum. If you are listening to this, Ron has touched your life. Until next time, this has been Aleister Nacht. Hail Satan.